coming to you live from the New England Sports Center. Mark Geigel alongside Paul McNamara. Good afternoon, Paul.
Mark, great to be back. We were here last weekend, but maybe people didn't know we were going to be carrying the Garrett Reagan, but today we kick off the first year of MHL, MyHockeyLive, online. A lot of live games are going to come your way between now and mid-March, and we're happy to be here. And we've had a lot of support from a lot of people, but we're looking for a lot more support. And certainly, I love his high school hockey. Pat Serio is the man here, running things here, and has us up and running, Mark. And certainly, we want to kick it off with a terrific event that we just became aware of recently. But the Warriors for Warriors, Patriots for Patriots doubleheader here today.
Yeah, Paul, just a terrific day. Warriors for Warriors, Patriots for Patriots. It's the third, what they call the Cup championship. So both teams coming into this, the tournament is in honor of First Lieutenant Scott Miley, who was a Lincoln Sudbury graduate back in 2006 and unfortunately lost his life over in Afghanistan serving our great country. So a great opportunity for us to bring this game not only across the state, but hopefully across the country and maybe even overseas, where there might be a heavy military presence. And we're looking forward to, we've got the girls coming up here at 3 o'clock.
The first game, the first half of the doubleheader will be Concord Carlisle girls team against Lincoln Sudbury girls team. Concord Carlisle will be in the dark uniforms. They will be the visitors. And down to our right, once we focus on the ice, will be the Lincoln Sudbury Warriors. And Lincoln Sudbury, on paper, a little more expectations out of them this year. They did make the tournament last year. Concord Carlisle, a little bit of a rebuilding year last year, but they're looking to make their way through the D2 North this year and try to make the tournament.
Yeah, they played Lincoln Sudbury tough last year, Paul. I think 3-2 was one of the games, and then 2-2 I think I said was the other. So I'll get you those scores in a second anyway. But we also want to give a shout out to the Sudbury Fieldhouse. Sudbury Fieldhouse, one of our many sponsors for the day. My Military Savings also stepping up to sponsor and help support this fundraising event. And then iSlide, iSlideUSA.com. Sullivan Tire, our friends over at Sullivan, and a big hello to Mark Sullivan, who couldn't join us today, but always enjoy having Mark up here. And then, of course, Dr. Peter Drennan, who we had on last week, Paul, the author of the book 16, and what a great story.
I started the book. I've started reading it.
Have you started the book?
I don't get through too much of it at a time, but terrific story, and he paints a great picture of growing up in Western Mass and playing hockey. So we're going to go down to the ice right now, Mark, as the teams are being introduced. The starting lineup for Concord Carlisle, and again, a lot of traffic on the way in, so just getting here and adding up the numbers and putting them down on paper. So we'll be a little bit behind here with you today, but we'll get the names and numbers as they skate out for Concord Carlisle. Looks like Harriet Smith will be starting along with alternate captain Bethany Colleran. Also in the starting lineup is Captain Avalon O'Shaughnessy, along with Rosie Brasiris and number 20 Audrey Hunt. So we'll give you those positions and the rest of the Concord Carlisle Patriots as the game unfolds. And now the introductions for Lincoln Sudbury coming down from the goal line to our right and skating out to the blue line. Again, we've got a little trouble seeing some of the numbers. The ponytail's hiding some of them, but
yeah, I see number 18.
Danny Lou, one of the 8th graders on the team, starting alongside Julia Reinhold, the highest
captain.
Yeah, the highest scoring returning player, along with 16 Mary Lou Cummings. So that'll be the first line up front.
Yeah, did you get a chance to catch up with Coach Paul Hardy prior to the game, Paul? And he's excited about this season. He knows he's got some talent. Both some good returning veterans and some freshmen as well. So we get ready for the national anthem here.
Please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our nation's national anthem.
All right, Paul, what a great job there by Group 4 of the Lincoln Sudbury Accent Acapella group there.
Yeah, we're going to see more of them later in the day, Mark,
yeah,
as well.
I think so. Yeah, they'll be back
nice
for Game 2, doing our national anthems here today.
Nice opportunity for those people to, those kids to show off their talent and their skill and all their hard work. So, you know, sometimes it's just the athletes that get the accolades, and here I'm stuck on the letter A, the athletes and the accolades and the a cappella group, Accent a cappella from Lincoln Sudbury High. Great job.
Yeah, just a lot going on here today, Paul. Anyone interested in making a donation or learning more about the Warriors for Warriors, Patriots for Patriots, you can go to www.lswarriors4warriors.com. That's lswarriors4warriors.com. There's everything up there from the ability to just make a straight donation to purchasing wristbands, T-shirts, postcards, etc. I think they added the postcards this year. Tables throughout the arena here, Paul. Nice setup. I know you were rushing through the door to come join us, but maybe in between periods we'll take a walk down.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while, and I think we're going to hear from Lieutenant Millie's dad later on as well. The Millie family, along with the folks from Lincoln Sudbury. It's a great story of how it got started, actually. One of Scott's teammates decided to keep his memory alive, and the result is a fund, a foundation, and now they play this game every year. So we're underway here, and Lincoln Sudbury will take it into the zone after some center ice. A shot right off the sideboards and a goal off the stick of Mary Lou Cummings, the senior quad captain for Lincoln Sudbury. So 15 seconds into the game, Mary Lou Cummings lights the lamp for the Warriors, and it's 1-0 Lincoln Sudbury.
Yeah, Mary Lou just streaking down that left side, and then you know, senior captain, no stranger to finding the back of the net there, and puts Lincoln Sudbury up early here, 1-0.
Boy, Mary Lou made no mistake. Just said, let's get a shot on net to start things off, and boy, that was a meaningful shot on net. Julia Provost now for Lincoln Sudbury, another one of the captains, trying to work it up the left wing boards. Good forecheck by Carlisle, sends it back behind the net. Provost trying to find Cummings over on the far side, can't connect there, and it's picked up by Michelle Charest. Pass off the boards, intercepted by number 6, Carmen Braceras for Lincoln Sudbury. But now skating it out strongly is Julia Reinhold. Reinhold over the line on the left, looking in front. Reinhold centering pass, goes through the zone, kept in back at the point by Kayla Bain, fresh off the bench, and now Concord Carlisle can't get it out of their own zone. That's number 21, Tori Simon, trying to get it by the forecheck there, and it comes onto the stick of Harriet Smith. Smith will try the right wing side, but good forecheck there by Lincoln Sudbury. Keeps Concord Carlisle bottled up. They can't move it up the boards, and here is number 8, Allie Marcoux for Lincoln Sudbury. Behind the net, puck goes through the zone, the slot area in front. Now a pass.
Carrie Marin is sitting right in front of that net, number 23, but lost her stick on the rebound.
Christina Webster having trouble getting it out for Concord Carlisle, and Lincoln Sudbury dumps it right back in. Now good play by Laura Kolstead, but can't get it out of the zone. Good forecheck by Lincoln Sudbury. And now Sydney Fischelis trying to use her skates to get it out, and they finally get it outside the blue line. But coming right back in is Lincoln Sudbury. Kayla Bain dumps it deep in the first line, right back out there. Reinhold forechecks and steals. Reinhold stops behind the net. Double team by Concord Carlisle, but Julia Reinhold still comes up with the puck. Reinhold now lays it back to the point. Long wrist shot in, off the post. Off the stick of number 3, Michelle Charest, through a screen.
Goalie, sophomore goalie Hopper Sample there, you know, the post making the save there for her, but certainly an entourage there for Lincoln Sudbury early on. So the sophomore goalie getting tested early and often here, Paul.
Post can be the goalie's best friend at times, as we know.
Sure can.
Play in the Lincoln Sudbury end now, and they'll break it out. This is Natalie McCarthy, number 22. McCarthy with a nice stick handle at center ice, trying to get it over to Danny Liu. Liu loses among 4 Concord Carlisle opponents there. They battle along the near boards. Liu for Concord Carlisle, and now the puck is kicked up the boards, but kept in at the point by Charest, who scales it back down the boards. On it first behind the net for Concord Carlisle is Kerry Moran. And she loses in turn to number 5, Rosie Braceras.
Yeah, nice story for the Patriots there, Paul. Rosie Braceras, number 5, and number 6 is her sister Carmen. junior and a senior there for the Patriots.
Yeah, Carmen was one of the leading scorers for this team last year.
Yeah, 26 points, 18 goals, 8 assists. Real solid year for Carmen.
Here's Julie Asadorian on the move for Concord Carlisle. Stolen back there by Julia Provost. Nice play by the senior defenseman for Lincoln Sudbury. Now it goes back and forth at center ice for the moment. Just over the line, over the Concord Carlisle line, and they battle near side. Puck jumps out onto the stick of number 23, Sydney Fischelis, and now losing it to Lincoln Sudbury. A shot off the stick of Kaylee Bain, never makes it through. Centering pass goes off the stick of Ali Marcoux. No shot there. In the corner now is number 8, Harriet Smith for Concord Carlisle, trying to pitchfork it up the boards, but centering pass right out in front by Mary Lou Cummings. Mary Lou Cummings with the only goal of the game, and nearly with trying to set up an assist there to add to her scoring titles, and now puck is frozen in front of the net, and that is goaltender Harper Sample for Concord Carlisle. Play stop with 10:50 to go. Opening period of play here. It is Lincoln Sudbury 1, Concord Carlisle no score. You see that somebody else is doing the game across the way here. Mark must be see if they're doing it for one of the schools. Face off in the Concord Carlisle end, controlled by the Patriots, and now stolen away by Lincoln Sudbury. Good forecheck here by the Warriors, but another nice play by Avalon O'Shaughnessy, the captain of Concord Carlisle. Good forecheck here by Lincoln Sudbury. I'm repeating myself, but they're doing a good job. Provost now trying to scale it down the boards for Cummings. Puck jumps up, and Concord Carlisle will try to break out, but they're thwarted there by the forecheck of Lincoln Sudbury. And finally onto the stick of Carmen Braceras. Braceras skates to center, 3-on-3 for the Patriots. Nice move at the blue line. Braceras in, shot goes just wide of goaltender Alyssa Lee in the Lincoln Sudbury end, and still controlling are the Patriots here. The backhanded in by Aubrey Hunt, trying to just get it deep and look for a change. And now onto the stick of Michelle Charest for Lincoln Sudbury. Pass intercepted. Good forecheck there by Aubrey Hunt of Concord Carlisle. Concord Carlisle with the puck. Fischelis cross point and a shot and a save by Lee. Good bid there off the stick of number 8, Harriet Smith, the defenseman for Concord Carlisle. First good bid of the game for Concord Carlisle. A little bit more than 6 minutes into the game. And now they regroup after a change, and the puck is deep in the Concord Carlisle end. Forechecking there is Kayla Bain, number 19 for Lincoln Sudbury, but Concord Carlisle controls but can't get it out. Long shot in, the rebound is loose in front. They scramble for it there. Play was started at the point by Siobhan Fry. And that was a dangerous bid for Lincoln Sudbury. A good bid for Lincoln Sudbury. Dangerous if you're Concord Carlisle. Everything's perspective at this point. Ali Marcoux now circles the net and tries to center it in front. Can't get it under the stick of a teammate. Anna Garzone can't keep it in for Lincoln Sudbury, and Concord Carlisle breaks. Deep into the Lincoln Sudbury zone, carrying it was Bethany Collarans, poked off her stick, and now they try to bat it out. That's number 13, Haley Cooper, just trying to get it out of the zone. That's a legal play. At center ice comes onto the stick of Concord Carlisle Patriot Rosie Braceras. Braceras carries it in, but can't get it deep. It's back out to center. Onto the stick of O'Shaughnessy, over to Braceras. Braceras trying to get it up the boards, but it's stolen by Lincoln Sudbury. Good play by Reinhold. A couple of 17s chase it down in the left wing corner for Lincoln Sudbury. And now it's knocked behind the net, and chasing there is Carmen Braceras for Concord Carlisle. Braceras loses in front. A shot, it goes up on top of the net. Play continues. Good play there by Reinhold to steal right in the slot area. Dangerous play for Concord Carlisle, and it's sent the length of the ice, and icing will be called here with 7:59 to go, and Lincoln Sudbury on top, 1-0 in the first period of play.
Just catching up with Karen Baker there, Paul. Karen very involved in the day-to-day activities of this fundraising event, and really has done a tremendous job in setting everything up. So big shout out to Karen Baker and her husband out on the West Coast watching us here live.
Hey, how are you?
We're spanning all time zones today. Nice. Puck is loose in front, backhanded there by Kerry Moran with an open net, but couldn't get it up high over a sprawled goaltender, Harper Sample, and a great save by the Concord Carlisle netminder to keep this thing a one-goal game here, nearing the halfway point of the first period of play.
Yeah, outshot 6-1 so far early in the game here, Paul.
Good job on the face-off by number 6, Carmen Braceras for Concord Carlisle, and Braceras skates it up. Gives it over to line mate Aubrey Hunt. Hunt down the right wing, watched there by Charest. Nice play by the Lincoln Sudbury defenseman there. And here's a break for Lincoln Sudbury. Caleb Bain into the zone alone, but the puck rolls off the stick deep into the right wing corner. Bain now double teamed over there, and picking it out of the group is Braceras, but stolen by Lincoln Sudbury. Backhanded pass by Reinhold. Does not connect, and skating it away for Concord Carlisle is number 14, Bethany Colleran, but a great back check by Reinhold. And here's Reinhold, a move to the middle. Reinhold, a shot saved by Harper Sample. What a great play by Julia Reinhold, two-way player.
She's seen a lot of ice time today, Paul. She carries the puck very well, a lot of speed too. Nice shot, nice save by Sample.
That was a clinic. Go back, steal the puck, back check and steal it, and then turn and start the rush and just beat 3 or 4 people on your way, on your off wing, and cut to the middle and get a good scoring bid in. And speaking of good scoring bids, there's one by Concord Carlisle, but a good save there by Alyssa Lee, the sophomore netminder for Lincoln Sudbury. And the faceoff will come to the left of Lee with 6:47 to go, opening period of play. On the draw will be number 21, Tori Simon for Concord Carlisle. And looks like it might be Reinhold out there, if her line is still out there. And now it's skated away by Siobhan Fry up to center ice. Good back check there by Concord Carlisle, and Julie Asadorian starts down her off wing. Can't get by the defense of Lincoln Sudbury. Now a shot in and a save by Lee.
Yeah, steered away nicely into the corner by Alyssa Lee.
That was Tori Simon. Good job of backing up high in the slot and getting a long shot in, but now Lincoln Sudbury controls behind the net, and they'll try a left wing breakout here. Goes off the stick of Ali Marcoux, but Marcoux still gives chase. Dangerous play there by Bethany Colleran, but able to get it out of the
assistant captain, you know, feeling confident in her abilities, Paul.
A lot of bodies changing over there, a lot of legs right in front of the bench area, and now it's sent in deep by Siobhan Fry of Lincoln Sudbury, and she will head to the bench and change up. Puck in the Concord Carlisle end. Dangerous pass there, but they're able to get it out, and giving chase is Aubrey Hunt. But back on it first is number 3, Michelle Charest, and now it's knocked deep into the Lincoln Sudbury end, and circling there is Kerry Moran. Moran can't get it by the forecheck over there, but picking it up is number 16, Mary Lou Cummings. Once again, Cummings with the only goal of the game, coming just 15 seconds in. It's Lincoln Sudbury leading 1-0, but here's a good play by Braceras. Poked off her stick as she tried to make a move in the circle. And coming the other way are the Warriors of Lincoln Sudbury. Good play there by Cummings to dish it off and go to the net. But Caleb Bain could not get the return pass over there as Concord Carlisle made a good play defensively. And play is stopped, whistle comes, face-off will come to the right of Harper Sample down in the Concord Carlisle end.
Yeah, Paul, 5:09 remaining here in the first period. And like we said, 15 seconds into the game, we had the light,
yeah, it looked like it might be
the
high
lamp
scoring.
was lit. We thought we'd have a shootout or something going on, but no, they're both teams settling in now. I think the nerves and the jitters are pretty much gone here as we're 3/4 of the way through the first period.
Good heads-up play by Julia Reinhold. Pass back to the point to Fry. Her shot in is deflected off the stick of Danny Lou. It's all Lincoln Sudbury for the moment.
Yeah, they get their first line out on the ice, and a lot of talent out here right now for Lincoln Sudbury.
Long shot in by Haley Cooper. Goes wide, but good pressure is finally alleviated here as Aubrey Hunt skates it to center and dumps it in deep, and icing is waved off, but Concord Carlisle will take the opportunity to change. Fresh legs out on the ice here, but good move by Reinhold through center. Creates a 2-on-1. Reinhold right in on net. A shot to score! Julia Reinhold.
I was just about to say, Paul, she's been out there for a while on that shift, a long shift for Reinhold, and so we're going to watch the replay here as she came streaking down the left wing and put it up high on the goaltender and finding the back of the net there. So 2-0 now Lincoln Sudbury, 4:23 remaining in the first period.
Where Reinhold just accelerates so well and just flew by the defenders at center ice. And here they come again, Lincoln Sudbury now with a 2-0 lead. And, you know, you get up by a couple and you dominate the play, you can start to take a few more chances too, and sometimes good things result from that as well, Mark. So Lincoln Sudbury now in the driver's seat right here, about a little more than 3/4 of the way through the first period of play. Icing here on Concord Carlisle.
Yeah, Concord Carlisle, the Patriots taking the ice in there, and not a whole lot goalie Hopper Sample could do on that breakaway, Paul. Is you got a proven goal scorer there streaking down the ice and you know, finding the net on the glove side.
Yeah, the goalie had good position, but we had a great angle because we were directly behind Reinhold as she closed in on the net.
Right.
She found that right corner and put it right inside the post. A terrific shot to make it 2-0.
Was a terrific shot. Yep.
Concord Carlisle now trying to move on the breakout. Bethany Colleran, backhand pass to center, gets the job done for the moment, but can't find a teammate's stick. She was looking for Carmen Braceras. And now good support by number 23, Sydney Fischelis, the defenseman for Concord Carlisle, the defense person. I can't get caught saying that. The defense
we'll let
woman.
that one slide, Paul. It's
here's Fischelis. Nice job to hustle over. And
they got an all-out change here on the bench, but nobody touching the puck, so all's good there for the Warriors.
Siobhan Fry gets it to center, but good job. Great shift here by Sydney Fischelis. Number 23 for Concord Carlisle dumps it in deep, gives an opportunity to change, and right off the bench is number 21, Tori Simon, but poked off of her stick and coming the other way is Kerry Moran. Moran 1-on-3 for the moment, does have Ali Marcoux headed to the net, but Concord Carlisle can't come up with it. Marcoux, the redirect, and a save in there by Sample. Lincoln Sudbury nearly had their third one there. Behind the net now, trying to pick it in between her skates is Harriet Smith. Smith bounces it off the boards, and a good play by Julie Asadorian, but Asadorian can't control it, and Lincoln Sudbury gets it to the line. Interception here by Marcoux on the clear-out pass. But
yeah, nice play there by junior defenseman Haley Cooper, number 13, stepping up, taking the body there and kind of pinching it against the wall, getting the puck out nicely.
There's the big line back out here for Lincoln Sudbury. Reinhold flying out there, Julia Reinhold. So one person show there with Julia Reinhold along the near boards, and now Karams off the boards onto the stick of Danny Liu. Nice smart play to get it back to the point. Liu, the shot, it hits the post, and now it's a goal. That shot, that's in the net.
Yeah, it hit the inside of the post, might have come off the goaltender's skate and found its way back into the back of the net. We'll be able to see a replay here, I believe, as Pat cues it up for us. But you know, innocent enough play, but throw it at the net, you never know what's going to happen. And here it is again, Paul skating in, and again, just right off the inside of that post, just to the right
of the post and dropped over the line. So good job by number 18, Danny Liu, shoot the puck. Just an 8th grader, as we said before. Number 18 playing up on that first line with kids a few years older than, and now a circle move here as they try to stuff it on the far post, but losing control of it is Braceras, and it comes to center ice now, dumped back in. On that last one, I know Haley Cooper will get 1 assist. She passed it down low, and not sure how they'd announce it, but I think Julia Reinhold probably had her stick on the puck as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are outside the rink calling this through the glass ball, so we're not going to probably pick up the assist there, but like you said, Julia Reinhold making a lot happen there. I mean, she had 18 points last year, and we can see why. She's moves very well with and without the puck, and sees the ice well. So
indeed, Warriors
leading the shot total here. 10 shots on net for the Warriors and 3 shots on net for the Patriots. 1:08 remaining in the period.
Off the drawers behind the net onto the stick of Siobhan Fry, and now stolen by Braceras. Braceras circles, tries to get out in front, lays it back on the point to Harriet Smith. Smith with a long wrister had an opening, It goes just wide. Braceras on the rebound. And now it's poked off Braceras, stick by Reinhold. Reinhold's going to go in on a breakaway. Julia Reinhold in, the shot, and the score.
Top shelf, nice move. Reinhold again finding open ice, picking up that puck just inside the blue line. And, you know, again, really just no chance there for goaltender Harper Sample. And we'll see the replay here. But, you know, Julia just really out skating, seems like everybody else on the ice here, and just a nice shot there, Paul. Going top shelf. What a beautiful goal.
Carmen Braceras is trying to make it happen for Concord Carlisle, and she was all over the ice in the offensive zone and just, you know, tried to circle off the far boards, and Reinhold could just wait and anticipate, poked it off the stick, and just flew through center ice. I keep using that term "flew" again, but Reinhold is doing a great job out there.
Yeah, a lot of speed. 2 goals for her already here in the first period. 33 seconds remaining, and the Warriors up 4-0 here. A lot of hockey to be played though, so we'll see what happens.
Cummings controls the draw. Mary Lou Cummings tries to come out in front and jam it near side, but can't do so. It's a good job by the defense, and now Cummings with it again, gets a shot, bounces off of the goaltender Harper Sample and over the net here as the waning moments of play in the first period. But Mary Lou Cummings, I think, says Julia Reinhold's putting the points up. I'm gonna add to
get
this
me
point
some,
parade.
yeah, and they all are kind of shooting for that top corner now. So they've seen something over on the bench.
The buzzer goes, ending the first period of play here, and it's been all Lincoln Sudbury. Shots are 11-3 in favor of Lincoln Sudbury, and on the scoreboard it is 4-0 after 1 period of play. Quick recap, just 15 seconds in, Mary Lou Cummings put Lincoln Sudbury on the board with a wrister from the sideboards. It was 1-0. Teams played 1-0 for about 10 minutes. And then in the last 5 minutes of the period, Lincoln Sudbury exploded. At 10:37, Julia Reinhold made it 2-0. At 13:08, Danny Liu, the 8th grader, added to the total, made it 3-0. And then Reinhold, with her second of the game, made it 4-0 at the 14:21 mark of the first period of play. So after 1, it is 4-0 Lincoln Sudbury here in the Warriors for Warriors at Patriots for Patriots Cup. Lincoln Sudbury leading it 4-0 over Concord Carlisle here in the girls' game first half.
Yeah, Lincoln Sudbury showing why they were a tournament team last year, and you know, they're finished off 11-7-2, like you said, losing to Duxbury, who went on to win the state championship again. So the Duxbury Dragons, always a formidable opponent, no matter when you're seeing them, whether it's tournament time or during the regular season. But you know. Good effort, you know, first period of the season for both teams. So you can see that veteran line, although there's a freshman on the line, right? But that first line for.
But like you said, they played Duxbury. They played some great competition, and they played together for a long time. These kids, and it just Lincoln Sudbury's got a little more depth out there, and they've played at a little bit higher level in the last year or two. So you know, it's not a surprise that they're. You know, they've got the majority of the play. It's a little surprising it's 4-0 all of a sudden, because Concord Carlisle did a good job for the majority of that period. And we'll see what happens in the second period. And certainly Concord Carlisle's got to get a little more rotation. They've got, you know, some familiar numbers have been out there most of the time, so they're going to get tired.
Yeah, again, and this is a fundraising opportunity today. Website is LSWarriors, the number 4 Warriors.com. So LSWarriors4Warriors.com. So please do go to that website, and you know, you can make a donation. You can purchase a wristband, postcards, shirts, etc. And you started talking about Jordan Dow in 2012, the Lincoln Sudbury captain. Jordan now playing lacrosse in upstate New York. Trying to remember where Coach told us he was at. St. Lawrence, I believe it was. Yeah, St. Lawrence.
Great school, St. Lawrence University.
Yeah, and I don't know if Jordan is here with us today. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up with Coach prior to the start of the boys' game. But, you know, just an incredible layout here, and just so much going on, and a great opportunity for high school hockey. And I think
yeah, they've also got, there's a Mike game going on, a 3 minutes of fame game, and I'm going to step out of here, Mark, and let you speak with, I think we've got Coach Tom Parry.
We actually have an extra mic here,
okay,
Paul, so if the guys want to come in, Coach. Oh, Jordan is here. Okay, great. Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to be joined by Steve Milley. Hi,
Paul
Steve. Mark
McNamara.
Igo.
Mark
Thanks for
Igo.
joining us. Jordan, we were just giving you a shout out. We weren't sure you were here or not. So
Are
if
you
you
in
guys
St. Lawrence, Jordan? You're
playing
Larry?
lacrosse, right? Did I have that right, Coach?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Good. See, what memory I have left isn't much, but Coach came up to us last week and told us the story of how this all got started. So with that, why don't we kick it off and give us a little background on your experience, year number 3 now. So that'd be terrific. Just let us know how this came about, Jordan.
Yeah, well, I actually never had the honor of meeting Scott. I knew Mr. Milley and I knew Mrs. Milley from school, actually. As a varsity hockey player, we actually participated in Scott's funeral, and that's a day I'll never forget. Something that sticks with me forever. And we heard about Scott and his courage, his honor, and it's something that we try to live by in the Ellis hockey program, and I thought it perfectly matched the Ellis hockey program. So I wanted to kind of create a night that honored Scott, honored military families, and it's been an ongoing event and something that's been successful the last couple of years, and so we hope to carry that on for the next forever.
Well, that's great.
Well, so Steve, when Jordan and the kids, the hockey players that were 4 or 5 years younger than Scott, came to you, what was your first impression? I mean, you guys must have been touched, but said, wow, hockey players are
certainly
a group that sticks together.
Certainly touched. And, I've always said this. Unlike most sports, hockey is it's like another family you have. You travel with them together, you eat together, you sleep together, and it's
not always a good thing.
Not always a good thing. But we've been thrown out of some good hotels. However, it was just part of the natural progression of a family helping out our family. And this thing grows every year. I can't even imagine what next year will hold. To have the girls here with us this year as a pregame is just an added feature. So a lot of volunteers really opening their hearts and certainly their wallets to Scotty's foundation. So it's incredibly encouraging. Some of the grassroots stuff that Scott's foundation is doing is something that I think Scott would be really pleased with. Just helping people really where their need is without any red tape or anything to go through. So
yeah, that's important when talking about. I mean, obviously the kind of the kick in the pants is to remember Scott.
Sure.
But where the donations and the foundation is making a difference is important to people.
I think it's funny. I think that people even give more when they know
Absolutely.
Where it's going.
Yeah.
And when I can tell someone that we just bought tickets for the wife of someone's, her husband was just killed, and she doesn't have to think about a thing, just drive to the airport and go. That's what I mean about grassroots. It just happens.
Yeah.
And I think that's certainly the thrust of the foundation, but there's also helping out other military organizations and food pantries, but to have instant cash in people's hands when they're at their worst moment and they need it the most, to not even have to think about it, is something I think Scott would really be proud of. Yeah,
that's great, Steve. And I've actually had the pleasure of working in the military space for the past couple of years. We employ military spouses. My son's on the Coast Guard, and certainly near and dear to my heart. And I think what you're doing is phenomenal. I give you guys a lot of credit. Jordan, I don't know what year you are in St. Lawrence. I think a sophomore or something.
Freshman.
Are you a freshman?
Yeah.
Okay. And how's St. Lawrence going? And what are your expectations for the team this year coming back to visit Coach?
Yeah, it's going well. I'm really enjoying it so far. I definitely miss being out here. I get the chitters, get the chills just being out here and remembering coming out here a couple years ago and playing in this game. But I've heard the team's really well, going to do really well. They're pretty strong. They have some really good senior leaders that I had the opportunity to play with. And so I'm hoping for good things. I know the coaching staff got a little boost with Hal Gill and Andrew Raycroft this year, so that's really exciting.
That's pretty good coaching.
Yeah, so it's tough to beat that.
Yeah.
And, these are guys who were involved in the first Warriors 4, so they've seen it progress, and they're really excited for tonight. I've had the opportunity to speak with them, and it's going to be a good year for them.
Yeah, we had a chance to see him play a couple of periods last week in the Jamboree, and they looked pretty steady. I think they were playing like most of the teams did last week. You play a lot of bodies. You're still a week away from opening games, and you're trying to figure out who plays with whom and who's going to make the team, really.
Yeah.
But they look pretty steady. And then we did see them last year in the tournament, the Beverly game, which not the best memory, but you know that was a heck of a team, Beverly, and nobody's going to stop them last year. But that was you guys had a great following up there, and the game we did, and you know tournament time is special too, and it takes a season to put a tournament team together.
Absolutely, sure. Absolutely. Sure. So it's perfect time to kick off their season today. I know they're going to come out giving 100%. So.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing them out there, and we thank you guys for coming up and joining us. And Steve, best of luck with the continuation of the foundation. We hope to be a part of it again in the future, Jordan.
And later, right here.
Yeah. A little bit
out there.
A little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Couple minutes.
It's great to have you with us today.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Coach.
So maybe we'll take a quick break here, Mark, and maybe see if there's some other people affiliated with the foundation in today's event. Maybe we'll get Karen Baker in, and maybe the boys coach, Tom Parry, will join us when we get a minute.
Sure, lots going on here, Paul, as we said, and yeah, we hope that Karen will join us. And you know, if anybody is having technical difficulties out there, we haven't heard of anything just yet, but info at MyHockeyLive.com is the best way to reach us. And coaches that are out there, you know, if you want to get us your stats, your scores, etc., again, info at MyHockeyLive.com. And if you want us to come out and stream one of your games, we're happy to do that. Paul and I, we actually have 3 games today. We have another crew over at the Natick Framingham game, calling the boys game over there. And of course, Paul, Pat, and I, Pat Serio, SerioVideo.com, will be coming to you the rest of the day, the afternoon, and the early evening here. So with that, we'll send it kind of back down to the ice for the rest of the intermission, and we'll be back with the start of the second period. All right, welcome back, everyone. Getting ready for the start of the second period. We missed that penalty towards the end there, Paul, but you know, penalty on Lincoln Sudbury. 22 seconds remaining on that power play, and just a final just in. Yeah, so a short-handed goal there at the end. Hingham girls defeating Sandwich today 5-0. So that one just coming across the wire. Any scores that you want to submit to us, again, info at myhockeylive.com. You can send us those scores. Of course, you can go to our Twitter page and post them up there as well, and we'll get those scores entered as best we can. And a big shout out to our friends at the Fieldhouse in Sudbury, Mass. And we'll talk a little bit more about them, Paul, as the period gets moving along. We're back to live action.
Yeah, back underway. I apologize. As Mark said, I completely missed the penalty. There was a penalty call on Lincoln Sudbury in the last, with about a minute and a half left, or in the last minute of play. So the last goal by Reinhold, Julia Reinhold, was actually shorthanded. And now stepping out of the box is number 8, Ali Marcoux, as Concord Carlisle no longer on the power play, but Braceras control shot goes behind the net and comes all the way over on the right wing side of Lincoln Sudbury as they try the breakout. And a good play there by McCarthy to get it up on the wing to number 18, Danny Lou. Danny Lou with a goal already, number 18, but loses it on the far side. And here's Braceras overskates it. I think there's a patch there that didn't freeze.
Yeah, I think so. Carmen Braceras with 18 goals last year, 26 points, certainly leading the way for the Patriots.
Here's Julia Reinhold trying to go coast to coast here.
Looking for that hat trick.
And it slides off the backhand of Julia's stick. It goes behind the net to Ali Marcoux. Marcoux being watched there. Centering pass goes all the way through the slot area and kicks out into center ice, all the way down into the Lincoln Sudbury end, where Julia Provost is back to collect it. Nice move by Provost to get by 2 forecheckers. Provost to center ice over the red line, over the blue line. Julia Provost in. The shot off the pads of Harriet Smith there. And,
yeah, nice block by number 8, Harriet Smith, jumping right in front of that shot, Paul, and now she's got the puck behind the back of the net.
Smith trying to get it up the boards to number 10, Asadorian. Julia Asadorian can't collect it and clear, and on the forecheck, Lincoln Sudbury controls now. Far corner, that's number 19, Kayla Bain to Ali Marcoux. Marcoux looking for centering pass to connect with Kerry Maron, off of Kerry Maron's stick into the corner. Lincoln Sudbury controlling once again. Michelle Charest keeps it deep, bounces right in front. Dangerous play there, and a good awareness by Harper Sample in net for Concord Carlisle, but Lincoln Sudbury still controls. Centering pass off of some skates. Circling is Kerry Maron. The shot goes just wide.
Boy, nice shot there by Maron, number 23, getting off a good wrist shot. Just missing far side of the net there, Paul.
Siobhan Fry, good play to keep it in, and now it bounces out of the zone over the stick of Kayla Bain. Back to the Lincoln Sudbury end, but sending Moran away. They've got 3 in alone. A shot saved by Sample. Great job there by the goaltender for Concord Carlisle, Harper Sample, right off the stick of Danny Liu, bidding for her second goal of the game.
Yeah, just nice. Square to the puck was the sophomore goaltender there, and she's already seen 12 shots, Paul, and she looks like she'll be a good goaltender, Paul. Sophomore goalie, and certainly making a big save there to keep this a 4-0 game.
Yeah, great position on that one, and she's got the post covered here as McCarthy tried to redirect one in front and sneak it in near side. But Sample right there to keep that one out. Lincoln Sudbury trying to work it with the points, and now skating out is Braceras. Braceras, the big gun for Concord Carlisle. Wide of the circle, shot goes wide. Karam's off the boards, chasing it there is Audrey Hunt. Trying to forecheck near side for Concord Carlisle. Braceras centering pass off the backhand in front, intended for Bethany Colleran. Colleran a shot and a save in front there by Alyssa Lee. And we're going to get a penalty call here, an interference call coming up.
Yeah, it looks like over in the corner behind the play was our cross-check call, Paul. And
I think it's Haley Cooper is going to get a cross-check.
So the Patriots are going to go on their second power play with 11:41 remaining in the second period. And as you said, Alyssa Lee, also a sophomore goaltender for the Warriors, making a big save there. Tricky shot from the corner.
So a chance here for Concord Carlisle to get on the board, and it deflects off in front. There's a score.
Yeah, nice shot from the point there. Number 23, and they changed numbers on the
that. Yeah, sorry. Sydney Fischelis took the shot from the point and went off the skate of Audrey Hunt. Hunt will get the goal. It's a power play goal at 3. They hadn't started the clock, so the time will be the same. Right. 3:19 of the second period, but it makes it 4-1 now, and Concord Carlisle is on the board. Right off the face-off, Lincoln Sudbury doesn't like it. They've taken it right back into the Concord Carlisle end. Comes back to Charest on the point. We'll send it down low into the corner for Bain. Bain behind the net. Centering pass intercepted by Smith. Sorry, Mark.
I'm putting up the replay there for us, and thanks, Pat, for doing that.
I think it's Audrey Hunt, and the assist will go to Sydney Fischelis.
Yeah, I was just looking for that sticker, Paul, that I had given you with the roster, because I think 23 may have, oh, that's okay. 23 may have changed.
Icing here on Lincoln Sudbury with 11 minutes straight up to go in period number 2, and Lincoln Sudbury in the lead 4-1 here as we play in the Scott Milley, the Warriors for Warriors, Patriots for Patriots Cup, the 3rd annual, in honor of Lieutenant Scott Milley, former Lincoln Sudbury hockey captain.
Great turnout here, Paul. A lot of activity happening behind us. There's another big save right there.
A great save by Alyssa Lee in net for Lincoln Sudbury off the stick of number 10, Julie Asadorian, who stole that clearing pass. So a little bit of life in the Concord Carlisle Patriots right now, Mark, and they didn't like going to the locker room down 4-0.
Well, 4-1. Coach Hardy probably a little concerned about those 2 penalties. One right at the end of the first, and another one here to start the second, allowing the Patriots to get back into this.
Good draw win there by Carmen Braceras, right back to the point onto the stick of Sydney Fischelis, who sent a drive in. One change here for Lincoln Sudbury is not sure. The Lincoln Sudbury player is still in the box, and she has to serve out the full term of the penalty, but they do not play shorthanded for that term. Braceras, good win on the draw once again to Fischelis, who goes over to Smith, but the shot is blocked, and Lincoln Sudbury able to drive it out. Danny Liu down the left wing. loses for the moment, right back on it. Lou and Fischelis fight for it there. It's behind the net. Stealing is Reinhold. Reinhold cross point to Charest. Long shot in, deflects. It's loose in front, but never makes it all the way into the net. And they ice the puck.
All the way down for icing there. Again, Concord Carlisle carrying the play a little bit here in the second period, but Lincoln Sudbury
it's good to see.
Turn it around.
Good to see Concord Carlisle a little bit energized here and getting some decent pressure in on the Lincoln Sudbury end of the rink, which they didn't have for the last 10 minutes of the first period. Rosie Braceras now. Can't find the handle over there, and a couple of players from each team battle. Braceras finally able to get it out and off the backboards around for Avalon O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy's pass up ice intended for Becca McGee. They lose it, and now a save made there by Harper Sample. Paying good, close attention here to the Lincoln Sudbury forward line, who will shoot from anywhere.
Yeah, Harper Sample being tested here in the second period, and I'm sure the Concord Carlisle coach, Barb Southcote, happy with what she's seen so far here in the second poll.
Kerry Moran now on the forecheck with Marcoux. Marcoux now circles the net. In front to Bain, and a shot, a nice save there by Harper Sample. Good play by Lincoln Sudbury to move the puck. Tape to tape to tape, but Sample right there to keep this a 3-goal game for the moment. Puck sent in by Haley Cooper from the right point. Now it comes back to Siobhan Fry. Fry can't get it through the defensive stick work there of number 20, that is
Audrey Hunt.
Audrey Hunt.
A nice play there, sure. Couple of nice block shots.
Audrey Hunt owns the Concord Carlisle goal. Actually went off her skate, but that counts unintentionally. Now it jumps out over the stick of Fry. She's back to collect it and try to get it over to her partner Cooper. At center ice, Braceras for Concord Carlisle doing a good job of back checking. Now intercepted by Kerry Moran for Lincoln Sudbury, but quickly it's up to Braceras. Can't get by the skate there of Fry, and now Braceras on again. Braceras trying to get through Siobhan Fry. Fry steals it and leaves it off for Marcoux. On the breakout, Marcoux trying to find Reinhold. Danny Lou trying to find Julia Reinhold, and misses on that connection. Would have been another breakaway for Reinhold.
Would have been another breakaway. Long outlet pass, good idea, just unable to execute that, and it's going to go for icing with a face-off now coming down to the left of Alyssa Lee.
As you see, 8:31 to go, second period of play. It's 4-1 Lincoln Sudbury. They got all 4 goals in the first period. The only score of the second period, a power play goal for Concord Carlisle earlier in the period. And here's Julia Reinhold again, pokes it by Harriet Smith. Good job by Fischelis, but Reinhold right around Fischelis, cut sharply in front of the net and saved by Sample there. Julia Reinhold is just putting on a show out here.
She is putting on a show, Paul, and that was a great save by Sample. Just stayed with her all the way, slid to her left, and was able to get a left pad on that.
Danny Lou, great job to steal an offensive zone. Back to the point to number 6, Julia Provost. Provost will send it in deep. Lou in front and camped right on the doorstep is Anna Garzone. Nearly had the 5th goal for Lincoln Sudbury, but it went wide. Harriet Smith now wrists it out to center onto the stick of number 3, Michelle Charest. Charest sends it in deep as Lincoln Sudbury looks for a change. Quickly back is Sydney Fischelis for Concord Carlisle. Fischelis up the left wing boards, can't clear it. And now they finally do as Julia Asadorian gets it to center, but right back into the Concord Carlisle end. Harriet Smith knocks it out to center ice. Provost looking for help in the middle, bounces instead onto the stick of Concord Carlisle. Here they come. Shot, a good save there by Lee. Rebound covered up by Lee once again. Bethany Colleran with a nice bid there. Long shot in, sent into the slot area. It's loose right in front, and covering up is Alyssa Lee. Good chance there for Concord Carlisle.
Yeah, real good effort there by Bethany Colleran, the assistant captain. Positioned herself nicely right out in front of the goaltender. Screened her a couple of times. One went off her skate, and Lee was able to control the rebound and again tie that puck up for a face-off just off to her left.
And it was a great rush by Colleran too. Just went to the outside, tried to draw the defenseman wide, got an original shot in, and just absolutely created the play. So good job by Carlisle. Off the face-off, it's back out to center ice. Avalon O'Shaughnessy can't get it by the Lincoln Sudbury troops at center ice there. And now poking it off the boards is Kayla Bain. Bain down the wing on her backhand, centering pass intercepted by Braceras.
Yeah, nobody there to throw that puck to, Paul, as they were in the middle of a change, so she was on her own.
Reinhold on the go again, shot in, saved by Harper Sample.
Said that a few times today, Paul. 17 to be exact. 17 shots on net now. Harper Sample seeing a lot of shots as Lincoln Sudbury kind of started out a little slow to start the period, but here they come again, kind of getting their legs again to the middle of the second period here, Paul.
Well, anytime you've got 17 Julia Reinhold on the ice, things are going to happen. And number 18 for Lincoln Sudbury, Danny Liu, just an 8th grader, as we've said before, is just a great compliment to Reinhold out there, and has picked up a goal and looks really good out there, Danny Liu, especially considering her age. She's smart on the puck. Here's a centering pass by Liu right now, looking for McCarthy, but it scoots loose onto the stick momentarily of Lily Langrid, but Reinhold again circles, tries the backhand stuff on the far side, and it's covered up there by Harper Sample. But you got Reinhold out there, and you got Danny Liu, who knows what she's doing. And now
McCarthy, a freshman as well, number 22. McCarthy, she looks very good. I mean, she looks like a veteran out there. So
it looks like Lincoln Sudbury's using 8 forwards, and they're mixing and matching them a lot. But you know, I'd like to draw the straw from the coach that says, put me out there next to Julia Reinhold. I'm going to get some points today. Yeah,
Coach Hardy, you know, he could pretty much place anybody out there with her, and she's going to make it happen.
Oh, what a great centering pass there.
The Marcoux unable to get all of it as she shot that pretty much right into the pads of Sample.
Yeah, Kayla Bain has played a strong game. Another freshman, number 19, rangy forward, and she uses her size well and does a great job with the puck. Yeah, I mean, Lincoln Sudbury's got some young players out there doing a lot of damage. Marcoux can't control it in the slot area, and Concord Carlisle skates it away. 14 is Bethany Colleran. Colleran in deep with Braceras. Colleran circles, backhand pass to Braceras. Nice play. Carmen Braceras comes up high enough to get a good angle shot, but it never reaches the net. And closing now for Concord Carlisle is O'Shaughnessy trying to get it in deep, but nobody there for the Patriots, and Lincoln Sudbury able to get it to center. Here's a steal. It's Kayla Bain going to skate in alone. Bain moves in, shot, and a save by Harper Sample on the breakaway.
Save by Sample, just getting the glove on it. Nice move too, though, as you said, by
Kayla Bain, I think is 19, had the breakaway, and what a great save by Harper Sample. Harper Sample single-handedly keeping Concord Carlisle in the game right now and within reach with 4:29 to go. Middle period of play, it's 4-1 Lincoln Sudbury.
Yeah, number 19, Kayla Bain, as you said, just streaking right down the middle of the ice. Also a freshman, Paul. So, you know, I'm sure Coach Hardy is going to be very pleased with the play of his freshmen and his 8th graders, right?
Yeah, if the Lincoln Sudbury girls team was a security, a stock, I think we'd be going long on this, Mark.
Yeah. The time to get in is now. They look good. They're coming off a strong 11-7-2 season last year, and they're going to post some good numbers this year, Paul.
Reinhold and Liu doing a great job of cycling. Liu kind of pitchforks it back to the point to Siobhan Fry, and they've got another right wing out there now. Anna Garzone is out there with Reinhold and Liu. And now sending it in deep for Concord Carlisle is Tori Simon, but right back on it is Reinhold. They battle along the back wall there, and Liu trying to get it to Reinhold, stolen instead by number 2, Lily Langrid for Concord Carlisle. It's pinned to the boards over right in front of the CC bench over there, and finally Fischelis will dump it deep for Concord Carlisle. Provost on it, clearing pass intercepted by Barcelos. Carmen Barcelos, nice move through the slot, the shot, and it goes just wide. Good bid there by Carmen Braceras.
Yeah, Braceras, you know, really starting to skate very well here in this second period. Her line is
another bid by Braceras there.
Playing her opponents.
Tough angle, and Alyssa Lee able to use that leverage on the low angle to shut off Carmen Braceras. But Braceras a very good skater, good puck sense, always near the puck. Just is going to be worn out by the end of this game, I think.
Yeah, now, and Alyssa Lee starting, she's seen 8 shots now. She had played behind Captain Sarah Provost last year, so losing their senior goaltender coming into this season. So certainly a big test here for Alyssa Lee to start the new season.
O'Sullivan back on it there. O'Shaughnessy, rather. Probably has a cousin named O'Sullivan, but Avalon O'Shaughnessy gets it up over the blue line. Braceras trying to make a move. Loses for the moment, but hustles in to get it. Back to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy sends it down low to Braceras. Back to O'Shaughnessy. Trying to find Carmen Braceras on the return pass. Misses connection, and Provost tries to get it up the right wing on the breakout for Lincoln Sudbury. It goes over the stick of Kayla Bain, but Bain will win the race there between herself and Rosie Braceras. No, she wins the race, but doesn't get there before the puck goes over the goal line.
That's right. So, high school icing.
2:21 to go, second period of play. It's 4-1 Lincoln Sudbury girls over Concord Carlisle girls. Face-off to come to the right of Alyssa Lee in net for Lincoln Sudbury. Reinhold for Lincoln Sudbury on the draw with number 21, Tori Simon for Concord Carlisle. Harriet Smith tries to keep it in at the line. Right point for Concord Carlisle. Down low, and Reinhold pokes it to center, giving chases Fischelis for Sydney Fischelis for Concord Carlisle. Back on it, forecheck there by Danny Lou, knocked down by Fischelis.
Boy, if Smith had made that play, Lou's eyes were wide open. She saw all ice, thinking she was going to be off to the races there, Paul, and number 8 Harriet Smith able to control the puck and ultimately play it up off the wall there. But
there've been at least 3, maybe 4 breakaways for Lincoln Sudbury today, so they know what to do when they get a little bit of life in center ice and a little bit of open area.
They sure do. See the ice well. They move very well without the puck.
Top 2 forwards on the draw, Lincoln Sudbury's Reinhold and Carmen Braceras for Concord Carlisle, controlled for the moment by Lincoln Sudbury. It's deep in their right wing corner, right wing offensive corner. Braceras now can't get by Danny Lou. Lou's centering pass can't get by Fischelis. Lou back on it again, left wing corner. Backhand pass for Siobhan Fry, jumps over her stick, and it's a 2-person race here. Back on it is number 13, Haley Cooper, beating her opponent Audrey Hunt to the puck.
Yeah, junior defenseman Haley Cooper, number 13, playing a solid game today back there, Paul. This one's going to go for icing, unfortunately, for Lincoln Sudbury, but strong on defense as well. I mean, we've been talking a lot about the forwards and how exciting those younger players are, and certainly how exciting it is to see Julia Reinhold with the puck, but defense has been very good.
Yeah, Lincoln Sudbury's got 4 defensemen, 2 pairs that are really solid and complement each other, and as you said, it's Cooper with, here's a break here, it's Kayla Bain again. Rolling puck, Bain can't control, and it rolls off the blade of her stick. But Kayla Bain always opportunistic.
Yeah, second breakaway for her in this period. 53 seconds, so we wind down under 1 minute to play here in the second, Paul.
Michelle Charest dumps it in deep for Lincoln Sudbury. Just to finish that thought, Mark, the 2 tandems out there for Lincoln Sudbury, it's right now it's Michelle Charest, number 3, with number 6, Julia Provost, and then the other tandem, as you said, Haley Cooper, the right defenseman there, number 13, plays with number 7, Siobhan Fry, and what a luxury for a coach to be able to put either one of those tandems out there. Here comes Lincoln Sudbury on the go again. Dangerous here is Reinhold, high in the slot, backing up.
Well, it'd be a backbreaker to have a goal scored here with 10 seconds left in the period.
Provost tees it up. Good deflection in front there off the stick of Julie Asadorian. 4 seconds now. Reinhold on the backhand up high, gets it through the slot but never reaches the net, as intercepted there by number 17, Avalon O'Shaughnessy, and the second period comes to an end. The only goal of the period for Concord Carlisle. They cut the lead from 4-0 to 4-1. It came at 3:19. It was a power play goal. We're going to give the goal from up here to Audrey Hunt, who deflected the drive from the point off the stick of Sydney Fischelis, and we'll also give number 6, Carmen Braceras, an assist as she was in on the face-off. So that made it 4-1 at 3:19 of the second period, the only scoring of the period, Mark.
Yeah, Lincoln Sudbury out shooting Concord Carlisle 9-5 in that period for a total of 20 shots on net for Lincoln Sudbury, 8 shots on net for Concord Carlisle. But Concord Carlisle carried the play early in that second period, Paul, and you know, they're not doing anything to hurt themselves. I mean, they've stayed out of the penalty box. No penalties at all for the Patriots so far in this one. 2 power plays for them, giving up a shorthanded goal there in the first period, and not doing anything with the power play in the second period, but starting to get their legs underneath them. Good second period. Held Lincoln Sudbury scoreless somehow. With a couple of breakaways there, and
well, it was the
some fine goaltending. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's how
Harper Sample has been certainly phenomenal.
Harper Sample has been the person in net on the ice for Concord Carlisle today. Terrific job of goaltending by Harper Sample. To this point, I think we had probably 4 breakaways, maybe 5 for Lincoln Sudbury, and I think she's only been beaten on one of those. On a straight breakaway today, so great job of goaltending.
And 2 sophomore goalies here today, so you know, both coaches have to be pleased with what they're seeing in net, and certainly the effort that they're getting out in front of the goaltenders. And I think we're going to have Karen join us, Paul, in between periods here, in between the second and third period, and we hope.
Karen Baker, who does such a great job putting this day together, this event together, and.
Yeah, Karen running the Friends of Lincoln Sudbury Hockey, and certainly, you know, also very much involved in the Warriors, Patriots for Patriots Cup here, and we're pleased to have Jordan Dow, the originator and former student and captain of Lincoln Sudbury, and then of course Scott's dad, Steve, joining us as well at the end of the first period, and really fascinated by all that they're doing, not only with the foundation, but really with the military families from around the world, for that matter. Yeah,
we mentioned talking to Steve Milley and Jordan Dow that, you know, the hockey family, the hockey community is tight-knit, but likewise military families, they have to stick together, and, you know, more often it's the guy away, not the wife in the family, but, you know, regardless, they stick together and they support each other, and they have to, and it's great that a foundation like this and the results of efforts like this go back to support those families.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, Paul, as you know, with MyMilitarySavings.com, we employ 12 military spouses, and I really hadn't had much involvement with the military prior to joining MyMilitarySavings.com, and these military spouses, I mean, they're incredible ladies, you know, just phenomenal women, big hearts, just willing to do anything for anybody, and you know, to know that they have the support of a foundation like this. If you know, they find themselves in a troubled situation or whatever, you know, folks like Steve are going to step up in the foundation to assist them in whatever way they can, whether it's putting food on the table or getting a plane ticket for them to get them to and from the airport. So just a great thing there. Just to remind you, we're coming live from the New England Sports Center, so we want to, you know, thank everyone here for setting us up and getting Pat Serio from Serio Video what he needs to make all of this happen, right?
Yeah, the guy who runs the show here, Wes Tuttle, a great friend of hockey, friend of high school hockey, friend of youth hockey. There's programs that are housed here that play their home games here, and the facility is just phenomenal. It keeps growing. It's almost like we're going to have 15 rinks under one continuous roof at some point, but Wes has touched hockey from kids just starting out all the way up to professionals with his involvement with the Providence Bruins and with his involvement here and hosting camps and hosting events like the Garrett Reagan
Hockey Summit last week. What a wonderful time that was, and you know, we were able to stream all 6 of those games, and I know you know, my feet hurt, your feet hurt, and I don't even know how Pat did it. But,
it was a great day.
But we had our whole crew out here from MyHockeyLive, and it was nice to have the whole team together out here with our studio set up with Jimmy Young and others, Jamie and Marissa and Jake and Andrew and the rest of the gang out here in support of high school hockey across the state of Massachusetts, and you know, Garrett Reagan and the memory of Garrett and all that he did for high school hockey over the years, and of course head coach Tony Messina, having played for Garrett and then coached with Garrett for many years, doing a fine job there over at the Hingham High School. So we're going to give a shout out to Field House of Sudbury. Their certified coaches are dedicated to helping you move your body well using functional strength and conditioning programs. Move better, feel better. So that's Field House Sudbury.
Field House Sudbury, and we thank them for their support today and for the support of the Scott Milley Foundation. And also we want to thank Sullivan Tire, who's always on board with us, and iSlide as well. And
iSlideUSA.com. Get those now. They're beautiful. They work great in the locker room, that's for sure.
And MyMilitarySavings.com, as you said before, Mark.
Yep, MyMilitarySavings.com. And, of course, Dr. Peter Drennan, who's not with us today. I think he might head out to Natick, where we're doing the Natick-Framingham game this evening. But, again, you'll find his book 16 right up on the website, right up on the homepage at MyHockeyLive.com. And again, any coaches, players out there that do want to have their games live streamed from our team, we do have more capacity now this year, so we're able to do 2-3 games a day, which is nice. And you can just email us at info@myhockeylive.com, and Marissa Sullivan will step up and circle the calendar and try to get your team on there. We have a very busy schedule coming up, so that will be posted this week, probably on Monday, as we round out the weekend. But big opening day for a lot of teams across the state of Massachusetts, so a lot happening out there today, Paul.
Yeah, today you see on Twitter there's a lot of coaches, a lot of kids just excited to finally play in a meaningful game. They do, as we said last week during some of the games, the kids don't, today in this day and age, the kids just don't take the bag out the week before tryouts start. Most of them have been skating, but it's an opportunity to get into the regular season and start the hunt for the Garden. And so many kids are excited, so many parents, so many coaches, and we're really excited to get the season going as well. There's a busy, busy month ahead. You know, we've got some teams that have contacted us, so we've got obligations already in place, but there's, as Mark just said, we're expanding in our capabilities, and we want to bring as much high school hockey from different parts of the state, from different levels, to live on-stream reality. We've heard on the street, you know, you only do X game or Y game, and it's not true. We want to be open to do as many games as we can. It's great if there are double headers at places like, for instance, the North Shore or the Middlesex League, or you know, down towards the Cape. A lot of those facilities are home rinks for multiple teams, and there are so many games on the schedule where there's back-to-back or back-to-back-to-back games, and those are great opportunities to couple, to get sponsors together, and to get the show on the road in reality, and get your games online. And you know, there is a subscription model, but once those games are on there, you can go back and view them as they're archived as things get rolling. So
yeah, and speaking of that that model, Paul, what a great gift for $10 to get a season pass for the entire year. So again, you could do that right online, right off the homepage. Grab your season pass. Great stocking stuffer there for $10. Great gift for grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters that are scattered about the country. You know, we did have some friends over in Ireland last year when we were down at the Falmouth tournament, which was a lot of fun.
International, baby.
Spoke to Coach Moore from Falmouth yesterday. We'll be, right here, Point, we'll be streaming live the Falmouth-Barnstable game coming up. So we'll be down on the Cape. And then, of course, we'll be bringing the Falmouth tournament, which, you know, is towards the end of the season, but always a great turnout. And the Sereno tournament over at Malden Catholic. And so, again, it doesn't matter where you are in the state of Massachusetts or even outside the state of Massachusetts. A lot of prep schools have reached out to us, and, you know, we hope to be working with some of those prep schools that are either playing some of the MIA-sanctioned schools or other prep schools as well. So I see we've got a new sheet of ice out there, Paul, and I think we're getting ready for the start of the third period. Again, the home team, Lincoln Sudbury, up 4-1 to start the third period here, and shots on net, Lincoln Sudbury 20, Concord Carlisle 8, but again, Concord Carlisle able to keep Lincoln Sudbury, you know, from finding the back of the net in that period.
Yeah, that was key to keep the game fairly close here, and if they could put another one by Alyssa Lee. At this point, it becomes a 2-goal game, and you never know. So.
Yeah, no strangers. I mean, last year, like I said, they met in January of last year. Lincoln Sudbury beating Concord Carlisle 3-2, and then they skated to a 2-2 tie in February. So Concord Carlisle seems to, rise to the occasion, right?
Yeah.
The Patriots and the Warriors seem to be evenly matched over at least last year, and 4-1 here. So maybe they can tighten it up as we get ready for the third period. So we're gonna send it back down to the ice now and bring you the call of the third period action.
Well, welcome back to the New England Sports Center along with Mark Igo and Pat Serio. I'm Paul McNamara. The third period is underway between the Concord Carlisle Patriots and the Lincoln Sudbury Warriors. Lincoln Sudbury in white, Concord Carlisle in the dark maroon, and this is Lincoln Sudbury on the attack here. They lead it 4-1, and the top player on the ice has been number 17, Julia Reinhold. She has the puck right now, shot, a save right there by Harper Sample, who has been magnificent in net for Concord Carlisle. Shot through a screen off the stick of Michelle Charest. Goes wide, but Lincoln Sudbury keeps the pressure on here. Deep into the right wing corner. Mary Lou Cummings trying to get it to Reinhold. Cummings now up high to Reinhold. Reinhold can't get it through the skates of number 14, Bethany Colleran. And Concord Carlisle finally able to get the puck to center ice and into the Lincoln Sudbury zone momentarily. But there's Reinhold back checking all the way down low. Some fancy footwork in her defensive left wing corner, bounces it off the boards, trying to flow the other way. Now Reinhold will bang it off the boards behind the net as they try to get it up to Danny Lou, and the pass up for Lou goes wide, and the length of the ice. Icing will be called here, just underway, third period of play, 13:35 to go in the game. Lincoln Sudbury with a 4-1 lead. They've outshot the Patriots 22-8. And Mark Igo, Julia Reinhold wanted to say, put the game in my hands. Let's get a couple early. And
Julia is certainly claiming the #1 star thus far, but still looking for that third goal, that elusive third goal so far. And again, don't forget, we've got another game coming up at 5 o'clock with all sorts of ceremonies and things like that happening prior to the game. So we'll chat a little bit about that as we head through the third period here.
Kayla Bain can't get it out of the zone. It comes behind the net onto the stick of number 13, Haley Cooper, who sends it around the boards, trying to break it out left wing side. Marcoux can't find the handle. Comes onto the stick of number 7, Siobhan Fry. Over to partner Cooper. Cooper's long wing-to-wing pass intended for Kerry Moran goes wide, and Harriet Smith back on it for Concord Carlisle. Smith off the boards intended for Colleran. Misconnects. Bounces loose. Controlled by nobody. It's just a rolling puck here, and finally backhanded to center ice off the stick of Tori Simon. A lot of changes going on over there. Not much flow here.
No, not much flow, but I think Coach Southcote is got to be happy with the play of her team here, Paul. Since the start of that second period, Concord Carlisle looking much better, and coming off a 3-11-4 season from last year, I think they'll be much improved this year.
Taken down on the play is Cummings, no call. And the referees have also been, let's continue play here as Provost sends a high shot in, goes wide, bounces off the boards onto the stick of Braceras. Here comes Carmen Braceras. Good back check by Reinhold. And Danny Lou able to bring it back into the zone for Lincoln Sudbury. Nice pass to Reinhold. Shot goes wide. Braceras on it over there. Pitchfork for the moment by Marcoux. Little legal interference there. Colleran can't get it by Provost at center ice. And now it comes to the near boards onto the stick of number 3, Charest.
Yeah, Braceras trying to break it in there across the blue line. And, of course, there is number 17, Reinhold, to take the puck right away. So
now onto the stick of number 17 for Concord Carlisle, Captain Avalon O'Shaughnessy. Over to her partner, Rosie Braceras, who dumps it in deep into the deep into the Lincoln Sudbury end. Here's Marcoux, Allie Marcoux over the line, 1-on-3. Still gives chase into the corner. Marcoux centering pass off the stick of Bain. It's loose and poked away by goaltender Harper Sample.
Kayla Bain may have the most shots in this game, Paul. She
exactly.
has certainly put it on net a few times now, and
Lily
thought we
Langren
were going to get a little interference there, but I guess not, right?
Yeah, Lily
letting the
Langren
girls
knocked down
play.
the Lincoln Sudbury player, but no call. And now Christina Webster, 26 on it for Concord Carlisle. It comes loose in the slot area. Tori Simon can't get it all the way in deep on the net, and Lincoln Sudbury defensively able to take it away. Cooper can't get it up the boards to Bain. Good job by Concord Carlisle. A forecheck there. It's backhanded in by O'Shaughnessy and finally redirected wide into the right wing corner of Concord Carlisle. Offensive zone, and now is a break, a 2-on-1 for Lincoln Sudbury. McCarthy over the line, becomes a 1-on-1, and a shot gloved there by Harper Sample. Nice job by Natalie McCarthy, the freshman.
Yeah, Natalie McCarthy, good shift there. Also a good shift for number 21 from Concord Carlisle is Tori Simon. Nice little move out in front of the net. Just not able to get a whole lot of wood on that one, Paul.
10:13 to go, third period of play. Lincoln Sudbury with a 4-1 lead here, and once again, for maybe the 10th time today, the face-off between Reinhold and Braceras. Braceras has to retreat, still fighting against Reinhold. Reinhold trying to muscle it into the slot area. It's loose. Fischelis able to backhand it over to Colleran. Colleran through center ice. Reinhold, who else? Back checking. Comes off the boards onto the stick of Braceras, and I think we're going to get a hooking call here, and it's going to be on Julia Reinhold. So
yeah, Reinhold getting that stick up around the waist there, and she's going to go to the box with 9:51 remaining in the third period. 4-1 game, so opportunity here for Concord Carlisle to make it a 2-goal game. See if the Patriots, this is their third power play of the game, Paul.
Yeah, they scored on the last one. It was Braceras winning the draw back to Fischelis. Here it is again, same play. Fischelis tees it up, nobody in front to deflect it this time, and it goes off the stick of Charest for Lincoln Sudbury. Comes to the near boards, they can't get it out of the zone, and now they do, and it's sent the length of the ice. Icing waved off as they're killing the penalty. Kerry Moran gives chase for Lincoln Sudbury. Elbowed by Harriet Smith, and there's going to be a call here.
Elbow or a hitting from behind, but as you said, number 8, Harriet Smith is going to go to the box here, and
it's just Moran did a great job of angling there, and Smith, unfortunately, is going to go and negate the power play here. But a tough play there as they're different in size, and Harriet Smith towering over Moran, and the elbow came right to the head of Moran.
Yeah, I think they're calling interference, which could have called just about anything, Paul. Like you said, hit from behind or an elbow, but I think interference call. So about a 23-second differential between the two penalties here. So we'll skate 4 each.
Team skate 4 each. Chance for Braceras with some extra skating room, but can't get by the good defensive play there. Michelle Charest finally sent deep into the Concord to the LS zone by Concord Carlisle. Sydney Fischelis. But coming out now is Julia Provost. Provost, the defenseman. Nice pass there as she turned and put it onto the stick of Mary Lou Cummings. They lose control, and picking it up is Colleran now. Michelle Colleran, Bethany Colleran rather, for Concord Carlisle. We'll put it back to O'Shaughnessy, over to Fischelis. Nice movement of the puck back to Colleran. Colleran looking for Braceras. Can't connect on that, and Lincoln Sudbury with the interception.
Yeah, Warriors are going to get the player out of the box here in 9 seconds, so they're going to go on the power play and again have about a 23-second power play, Paul.
And I'm just guessing Reinhold's going to go 100 miles an hour into the play here.
Here she comes.
As the extra man, and
floating
now
off on the
Fischelis,
right wing.
Not sure the Concord Carlisle realizes they're a man down here, and Reinhold pokes it along the backboards, back to the point for number 7, Fry. Fry back down low onto the stick of number 20, Audrey Hunt. Hunt can't clear. Over to the sideboards.
Yeah, long shift here for Concord Carlisle as the penalty is now over and they get that 5th skater back, but they need a line change here, Paul.
Yeah, we're back. It's, as you said, Mark, we're back to even strength, but it's all Lincoln Sudbury for the moment. They had a player in front alone, and now they're able to get it out to center ice. This is Asadorian over the line. Concord Carlisle definitely needed a change, so good job by Julie Asadorian to get it down low and kill some time as they tried to change.
Yeah, they're able to swap out the 2 defensemen anyhow, and I think they've got a couple of forwards that need to come off here. Maybe come off here on the back check as 6 goes over to the bench for a change. As
yeah, Braceras needs a rest.
Yeah.
Lincoln Sudbury a little bit of trouble clearing the zone here on the far side. And now it's back on the near side, and Ali Marcoux will try up the near boards. Nice center pass out, breakout pass up to Kayla Bain. Bain goes all the way over to the far boards, and as Lincoln Sudbury changes, it's Bain and 5 Concord Carlisle players alone on the ice momentarily.
Yeah,
Cummings, nice.
Kayla was hoping there was help on the way, but just couldn't hold the puck long enough.
Cummings with a little toe drag, right in the neighborhood of where she got the first goal of the game. Cummings still with it, backhand look, but lays it back for Danny Liu, back to the point. They go cross point, the shot, save in front, off the stick of Provost. And now it's in front and loose, backhand loose still across the crease. Charest closes off the shin pads of her teammate, Danny Liu, and able to break out 1-on-4 is Audrey Hunt for
we're going to get a trip
Carlisle
here now, Paul. Tripping call coming up against Julia Provost, number 6. So 4th penalty for the Warriors this afternoon. So I've got to believe that Coach Hardy may be speaking to the girls a little bit after the game about trying to stay out of the penalty box, as they've let Concord Carlisle Patriots kind of hang around with the power plays.
Yeah, again, that was a great rush there by Audrey Hunt. Not a scoring chance as she went down the far side, but it was 1-on-4, and the job there is to try to rag the puck a little bit so you can get your teammates on a change. And here's Reinhold with the steal and shoots it down on net, actually a long shot on net as they try to kill a penalty, but Julia Reinhold probably not thinking I've got to kill the penalty.
No, they've got one short-handed goal already today, and I think they're thinking offense all the time. So
Colleran now over the line. Bethany Colleran leaves it back for Braceras. Braceras trying to find some room in the slot. She's bottled up once again. Colleran can't keep it in now. They'll have to clear the zone. It comes back to O'Shaughnessy. Avalon O'Shaughnessy up to Colleran. Colleran pokes it off the boards. Here's Braceras with a 2-on-2. Braceras, nice move. Braceras in the backhand pass in front. Goes all the way to the point to Fischelis. Sydney Fischelis. Dangerous move there at the line, but able to keep it in. Now
she was looking for Audrey Hunt out front there, Paul, but Audrey was tied up by the defense. Been very nicely done.
Rosie Braceras with a long shot in from the left point. Now Fischelis with a long shot in from the right point. Carams all the way back to Braceras. Swing and a miss for the moment, but Braceras recovers and battles with Reinhold over on the far boards. The Bracelas sisters there, and Reinhold comes up with it and sends it out of the zone and the length of the ice with 15 seconds to go.
Reinhold will finally go for a change there, Paul, but like you said, just now under 10 seconds remaining on the power play, and she was out there for the whole kill just about.
Lily Langrid here to Braceras. Carmen Braceras goes far side, centering pass intended for a teammate, instead intercepted by Kayla Bain. Bain trying to find Marcoux through center ice. Does not connect, but it goes in deep. And now Braceras and Marcoux fight to the backboard, backhanded by Kerry Moran.
And that
a
puck
goal!
Finds its way in. Yeah, found it. It's way in right by the blocker, I think. Might have, we'll watch the replay here to see if it went off the blocker and into the back of the net. But as Pat pulls it back up for us here. But, you know, just a kind of a sneaky little move there down the left side. And looked like an innocent enough shot from the almost the backside of the net, and found its way into the back of the net there, sneaking its way through past the blocker.
An 8th grader, Kerry Moran, number 23, will get credit for the goal. Ali Marcoux will get an assist at 10:35 of the third period, making it a 5-1 game now in favor of Lincoln Sudbury.
4 different goal scorers for the Warriors today, Paul, so they got to be happy about that.
Yeah, they spread out the heavy lifting. Nice play by Provost trying to send Marcoux away, but bounces off the stick. And Concord Carlisle tries to turn it around and go the other way. Rosie Braceras can't get it up on the wing up to Lily Langrid, and it's sent in deep, and icing will be called here on Lincoln Sudbury as Avalon O'Shaughnessy goes back to collect it and touch up, and Faceoff will come all the way back down to our right and the left of goaltender Alyssa Lee in the Lincoln Sudbury net. It's 5-1 Lincoln Sudbury with 3:49 to go, third period of play.
Yeah, shots on net. Lincoln Sudbury 26, Concord Carlisle 9. So again, the Warriors winning the battle on the scoreboard here, 5-1 in, as well as on the shots on net.
Julia Reinhold now passed to herself off the boards. Reinhold with some skating room. Skating through center ice, right to left and left to right, and she's tripped up there by Bethany
number 17, O'Shaughnessy, I think, is going to go, Paul. O'Shaughnessy going to be called for the trip, I believe. Or maybe that is...
I think it's
Colleran.
Bethany
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Colleran, yeah, 14, not 17. These ponytails kind of get in my way every once in a while, Paul. I know you're wearing yours well.
The thing is, when Reinhold's got ahead of steam, it could be one of 4 or 5 players that are trying to catch up with her. So.
Yeah, that's probably the only way to slow her down.
So Concord Carlisle now trailing by 4, and they've got to kill a penalty. Good draw on the offensive zone face-off power play setup.
And they had Reinhold back on the point. She took the shot right away, right? No hesitation there, Paul. She knows where to put the puck.
Now she'll play quarterback. Cuts to the center, long slap shot in. Can't get through for Shellis.
A lot of block shots, though, for Concord Carlisle. So they're getting in the way of these shots. And while there's 26 shots on net for Lincoln Sudbury, could be 35.
Here's another partial breakaway. This is Cummings. Cummings on the backhand, and the puck's in the net. And
they're going to call that a goal. Yeah, Cummings muscling her way to the front of that net ball and muscling the puck into the back of the net. Real nice try by Harper Sample. Just another breakaway. I think at least a half a dozen, maybe, Paul, breakaways. And that line's played well, but certainly big goal there for Cummings, her second goal of the game.
Yeah, I think we'd give an assist there also to Michelle Charest, number 3. Cummings with the goal. She's opened the scoring, and now maybe she'll close it with the first and 6th goal of the game. Reinhold has a couple, and Danny Liu and Kerry Moran, a couple of 8th graders. So they've spread the scoring out, as you said, Mark. But the veterans, the 2 of the 4 senior captains, Mary Lou Cummings and Julia Reinhold, with a couple of goals apiece, and leading the way for Lincoln Sudbury.
Yeah, they look good. They look good. And the other captain, Julia Provost, back on defense, also having a strong game. So good veteran leadership there for the Warriors today. And
we haven't seen number 14, the 4th captain for Lincoln Sudbury, Erin Mullen, but I'm suspecting that Erin is the young lady with the sweats on and the helmet that's being helped across the ice each period, probably out with an injury at this point. So just a guess.
I think you're probably spot on there, Paul. Just 2:35 remaining in this one. Don't forget, we're coming back live at 6 o'clock with all the boys' action.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
This is number 5, Rosie Braceras for Concord Carlisle. Gets it up to Audrey Hunt on the off wing. Cross ice over to Lily Langrid, also on the off wing. Turns and fires. Good bid there, and a save by Alyssa Lee.
A nice little save there by Lee, sliding over, making the save and steering it into the corner. She's done everything she's been asked to.
We've talked about the shot differential, but Lee's played a good game. Carmen Braceras has to shoot that puck there, I think. And again, it's very easy up here, but Carmen's the top forward on this team, and Lincoln Sudbury knows that, and they've done a good job to shut her off. There was a chance for a shot from a scoring area. Maybe better idea to let that one fly, but again, it's easy from up here.
Yeah, Lincoln Sudbury just playing real solid defense in front of their goaltender today. It's a 2-on-1.
Tough angle shot, and Lee just calmly sticks the glove out and keeps that one out of harm's way off the stick of Julie Asadorian. And boy, Alyssa Lee looks pretty calm down there, Mark.
Yeah, she does. She looks solid. Coming out nicely to challenge that shot from Asadorian. A nice breakout by number 10, though. Asadorian coming up that right side and doing the right thing there, taking the shot on the 2-on-1.
I'm going to make a little side wager here that Julia Reinhold's day is over here, as we've got Kenzie Madden with the puck now. I think it's her first shift out here today, the freshman, number 11. And you've got number 14, I'm sorry, Erin Mullen is out there, the senior captain. So
good, yeah. So emptying the bench a little bit here. with just 1 minute remaining in the game and everybody getting an opportunity to participate in this great
number 10, Maddie Croteau, also a freshman, and here's a shot, a bid here coming the other way by Audrey Hunt, and Lincoln Sudbury able to get to center ice under a minute to go now. Circling is O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy inside the circle, knocked off the play by Michelle Charest. Here's a steal in front by Tori Simon, but can't
nice
get a
little
shot
poke
on
check
it.
there by number 22 Tori Simon. Still unable to get back to that puck as Lincoln Sudbury, even when they turn the puck over, they're just right back on it, Paul. 25 seconds remaining here as the clock winds.
Kristen Webster can't keep it in for Concord Carlisle, and it comes back to Rosie Braceros over to partner Sydney Fischelis as the clock winds down. They get it over the line. A shot steered wide off the stick of Asadorian again. Concord Carlisle trying to get another one on the board. A little bit of elbowing in front of the net between Asadorian and Michelle Charest there as they renew acquaintances, and now Lincoln Sudbury able to get it out of the line, out of the zone, over the line as the buzzer goes, ending this one. The final here is 6-1 Lincoln Sudbury. Dominating performance for Lincoln Sudbury, but both goaltenders playing very well here in the season opener for the two teams.
Yeah, just a good game, like you said, by both goaltenders. Good start to the season, certainly for the Warriors and Coach Paul Hardy. He's got some depth there with some veteran leadership as well as some younger players and a sophomore goaltender in Alyssa Lee, who played very well. Final shots on net in that period, Lincoln Sudbury 7, Concord Carlisle 8. So Concord Carlisle finishing strong, out shooting them 8-7. But for the game, Lincoln Sudbury 27 shots, Concord Carlisle 13. So, again, great start to the afternoon, Paul. Great start to a great cause. We're happy to be a part of it here at MyHockeyLive, the Warrior for Warriors, Patriots for Patriots Cup. And we'll have the boys coming up. Lincoln Sudbury looking to reclaim the cup as Concord Carlisle took that game last year, and Lincoln Sudbury winning the game in 2012, Concord Carlisle winning the game in 2013. So
we've got the rubber match today.
We've got the rubber match here as we bring it to you live from MyHockeyLive.com. We're going to take a little break here as we get ready for the second game. We've got a whole 10 minutes, Paul, to prepare, so we'll get ready for the next one, and we'll send you back to the in-rink sounds. Thanks, Pat.